here. Okay, cool. So we'll do a little half roll, just a little bit. You can soften the knees. Roll back up. We'll do the 2 shoulders, same as always. And then we'll do 3 little rises, little quick ones. You can take the arms with you if you want, and then press down, back to flat, feet parallel. And we'll do the same thing, a little half roll down, 2, half roll up, 3, 4, shoulders, 2, 3, 4, little rise, rise, biggest rise, and then squeeze it down. We'll do that series 4 times through, and then we'll go into our little pliés. So we'll do a full roll down for 4 counts, 1, 2, 3, 4. When you're down there, we'll do 3 pliés, staying in parallel, so feet, toes stay pointing forward. 3 of those, and then we'll bring heels together to turn out the legs to roll it up here. And when you get back to the top, you can do whatever you want with your arms. We'll do 3 little rises just to switch the feet from turned in to turned out. Yeah, until you arrive back here. And we'll do the same thing. So this will be 4 counts down. Plie, 4, plie, 2 more. And the last plie, we roll all the way up, turned out. And then we switch, switch, switch. You can take hands to waist or shoulders, wherever you need a little bit of structure. I know the cats are super interested in our class today, so we've got that as well. Let's start parallel. We'll start the little half roll down. Alright, let's see where we're at. Excuse me, friend. I need this spot. Alright, here we go. Feet parallel. And let's just do half roll down. 2 counts. 1, 2, and then back up. 3, 4, shoulders. 1, 2, take your time, nice and slow for these ones. Then we'll do our little rise and lower, rise and lower, rise, hold it up at the top, and then go ahead and squeeze everything down. Let's do this once more. Plie, or not plie, roll down, sorry. 2 and 3, come back up. 4, shoulders, 2, and take your time. 3, 4 little rises up, lower down, just checking that your ankles are tracking right over top of your feet, and then squeeze it down. Let's do double speed. Let's go down, 2, up, 2, shoulders, go. Little rises, 1, 2, 3, squeeze it down, and 1 more, that speed, we go down, 2, and up, 2, shoulders, good, rise, up, 2, 3, squeeze it down, and then let's restart slow for the second part. So we have 4 counts to roll down. Take your time, go 1, and 2, 3, 4, down here, go ahead and plie, stretch, plie, stretch, plie, and on the next one, bring your heels together as you start to roll up. When you arrive, ooh, we're a little bit short on music, let's just do 1, turn in and arrive, go down again, 1, take your time, 2, 3, 4, when you get there, 3 pliés, stretch, 2, and 3, last one, bring the heels together, start to roll yourself up. Good, and when you get there, let's turn it back in. 2 more, just like that, just to get going through the spine. So even more, try to resist letting the belly come down too quick. Really roll through your spine, plie. Let your head hang between your elbows, between your shoulders. 3rd parallel plie, and then go ahead and turn it out. Roll up, take your time, drop your tailbone down, don't fall over. Okay, rise to turn it in, last one here, and tuck your chin. 2, 3, 4, take your pliés here. Alright, 3rd one, bring the heels together, start to roll it up. Let's take a rise to bring it back to parallel. And then let's take the feet a little bit wider. Let's do a couple of pliés here, just little ones. What I'm going to do is a couple of bounces turned out, and then we'll do a couple bounces with a little side lunge. All right? So we'll do 2 in each direction. You can go ahead and take arms out. Strong bounce, bounce, then twist. Then back to center. We'll just cycle through this one a couple times. If you want to keep going, go for it. You can add a contraction here if you want to make it more dancey. And a little bit more spine mobility for an option. Okay, last one here. Alright, relax. Take the toes forward. Let's just take a quick little stretch front. Start to get the hamstrings a bit stretched out. Flat back, eyes looking down at the floor. And then go ahead and drop everything down. You can take a plie here if you'd like to. In a moment, we're going to take our tandem stance. So take a second to transition. We're not going to keep the feet too wide, just kind of average length of a step. And I've got a bit of space between my feet. They're not really in a true tandem stance where you're walking on tightrope. They're just sort of hip width apart. All right, toes are facing parallel along 2 tracks. And go ahead and start to pitch forward here. If you're able to maintain a flat back, go ahead and do that, but no worries, you can just reach as far as you can. This is where you can grab a yoga block or something if you'd like to hold on. Or you can hold onto your leg or anything nearby. Find this position. We're going to do some bends with both knees, and each time tailbone carving up to the ceiling. So we're going here, little bend, and then carve it up. Keep going. So you should be feeling this quite a bit in your front leg hamstring especially. You can bend slower or faster if you like, your choice, whatever you need to do to kind of feel it out. But do visually check that your knees are going along the same line as your toes. And try to see if you can keep squeezing that back heel down into the floor as well. So just a couple more here, and then we'll continue on to the other side. And keep carving the tailbone up. Every time you stretch, it's like you're trying to pull it up even more that away. Alright, take a moment here, a couple counts to switch it around. Take the other leg in front. Oops, that's my cats tripping over stuff. So find your sort of semi-tandem stance. Toes tracking parallel. And then go ahead and pitch forward. Hold on to something if you need to, or just your leg, or the floor if your fingertips are able to touch. And go ahead and take your bends here. Fast or slow, your choice. Keep pulling the sits bones kind of up and around. And again, check in with your knees. Make sure that they're tracking along the same line. They're not swinging in toward each other. And the back heel is squishing down into the floor. Slow or fast or both, whatever works for you. Alright, let's do our last couple here. And then we'll go ahead and come to seated to do our pliés. So take a second to transition yourself down. Find your butterfly to get started here. I think this is an okay angle. So we'll bring our feet into a little butterfly, sitting up nice and tall. And all we're going to do, we're going to keep it simple. We're going to do 4 flexed, okay? Full extensions flexed, all the way, the whole time flexed. So you can feel this ankle lift and the pinky toes driving along the floor, just flexed. Then we'll do 4 with the full point at the end. Like you're trying to fan your toes open before you pull them back. As you extend, pinky toes stay touching down as long as you can, then fan them pointed and then fan them open. And again, as always, your choice if you want to do this seated, upright, or take a little bit of a lean onto your elbows. Whatever works for you. Let's get started. So let's start fully flexed first. Press out to flex, then pull it in, ankles come up, and again press out to flex, ankles come up, 2 more, and then pull it in. Last one here, and pull it in. Good, this time let's point all the way to front, and pull the pinky toes back, pull it in, press all the way out to front, and pinky toes pull back, press out, and pinky toes pull back. Last one here. Okay, so we've sort of hopefully gotten our hips a little bit woken up here. We'll take it to tendus. We'll do our simple series that we're used to doing, hopefully by this point. Goodness. I'm going to face this way. Take it on my elbows. We'll keep the legs turned out. Excuse me, friend. Excuse me. Okay. So we're going to do lift, flex, point 4 times. Then lift, turn in, turn out 4 times. Yes, okay. We'll do our little rond de jambe here, making your little rainbow, keeping both hips on the floor so that you're not rolling over toward that side. And then let's go ahead and introduce our attitude. So we'll bend the knee, get that ankle nice and lifted, just like we did in our pliés. 4 of those as well. 4 of each. We'll alternate legs so that you don't get too fatigued on one side. So let's go ahead and take the legs extended front, turn them out. Make sure you're nice and supported even if you're leaning on your elbows. And then here we go. Let's start with the flex point. Lift, flex, point, lower. Again, flex, point, lower. Lift again, flex, point, and lower. Then go ahead and switch the legs. 4 on the second side. Lift, flex, point, and lift. Watch out for your cats if you've got them. Flex, point. Oh my goodness, friend. Last one. Here we go. Let's turn in, turn out. So let's lift, turn the whole leg in, then out. And this is all happening right up in the hip socket. Turn in, turn out, and lift. Turn in, turn out. Last lift. And then switch to the second leg. Lift, turn in, turn out. Lift, turn in, turn out. Again, lift, turn in. And last one. Okay, let's carve our little rainbows. So lift and press it open. Lift, bring it back. Lift, open, lift, bring it back. And see if you can maintain that turnout when you do this. So your inner heel is up toward the sky when you lower to the side. Okay, second leg, here we go. Lift, open, and keep going. Get that inner heel projecting up toward the sky, carving your little rainbow. Alright, last round here, let's do the attitude. So we're going lift, bend, extend, lower. Again, that inner heel up toward the sky, especially when you bend. You're letting the knee kind of drop open. And then go ahead and switch legs. You should start to feel this one a little bit in your glutes as well. Two more here. And last one. All right, give your legs a little bit of a rest. Just rock them in and out, in and out, in and out. Thank you for your amazing help, my friend. Okay, let's continue. All right, so let's see, where are we going from here? I think let's go ahead and take it to, we can stay laying down, we can stay reclining for a little bit. We did this one a few weeks ago. Really quick, let's just get some developpés to the side, out of the way. So we're going to start with feet fully extended front. Just turned in is good. We have a little bit of a series here, so you're going to bring the toes in, or knees up to chest first. Then we open them to our butterfly position. You're going to developpé, extend one leg, bring it back into the butterfly, developpé, extend the second leg, bring it back in, then we close and extend all the way out if you don't have pets in the way. So you have 1 to bring in, 2 to open, 3 extend, 4 close, 5 extend, 6 close, 7 knees together, 8 out. But let's do it slower than that so that we can actually feel through this. So let's extend the legs. Here we go. 2 counts to bring it in. 2. 2 counts to open. Find the rotation. 2 counts to extend the first leg. 2 counts to bring it back in. 2 counts for the second leg. Bring it back in. 2 counts to close the knees. And then nice and supported, extend them down without letting your low back pop off too much. Bring it back in. Turn it out. You can start with the other leg this time if you want to, doesn't matter. Close the toes. Second leg opens. Bring it back in. Close the knees. And then extend, keeping the lower core engaged. Let's do 2 more cycles. Bring it in. If you need a little bit of support, you can always take your hands to your thighs if your hip flexors are starting to fatigue a little bit. And second leg. And then go ahead and bring the knees in and extend out. Last set here, pull them in, turn it out. First leg goes, and then bring it back in. Second leg. And then bring these together and extend all the way down. All right, give the hips a little shake, rock and roll. And then we'll transition over to all fours. So take a moment, find your all fours position. And maybe make sure you've got space behind you to slide your leg. So whichever orientation you're taking with your mat, make sure that you've got some room behind you for your leg. So in this position, I'll just quickly talk through while you guys are finding your position. My hands are right underneath my shoulder blades, but my knees are actually together instead of right underneath each hip. They're centered. So from this position, we'll have our toes pointed. We'll do just a little kind of clamshells down here. So we'll open the knee, bring it back down, open the knee, bring it back down. Okay, a few regular just to get used to that feeling. Then we'll take it open, tendus, extend out. And when you bring it in, keep that knee lifted the same amount. So try as you bring it in not to let your knee fall. Keep it turned out. Knee stays lifted, then we lower down. We'll do a few like that. Lift, extend, bring it in, lower down. Now, your choice, if you'd like to, you can actually lift the whole leg there. So you can find your clamshell, then extend through attitudes to arabesque, parallel to the floor here, and then bring it back to your little attitude, toes touching, and bring it in. We'll do enough of those that you'll have a chance to do both if you want to try. So let's start just with regular clamshells, 8 or so on each leg, and then we'll switch over to the longer progression. All right, here we go. First leg goes open and place it back down. As you're doing this, try not to rock side to side. Keep your weight nice and centered and use your hands really to press into the floor. Keep going here. Last 2 on the first leg. And go ahead and switch to second leg. Here we go. Open. Bring it back down. So don't let your shoulders start sagging. Go ahead and actively press down through the arms. 4 more here. Last 2. Alright, let's switch it back to the first leg. So we have our open, extend behind you, bring it in, keep the knee lifted, then close it down. Keep going here. And close it down. And see if you can really kind of challenge yourself on how much that knee is open, how much you're externally rotating at the hip. Okay, let's do 4 more here. You're welcome to go ahead and lift the leg for these last 4 if you'd like to. 2, keep going. Keep the knee lifted as you come back in. Alright, last one on this leg. And then let's switch to the second leg just on the floor perhaps for the first 4. Extend. Keep the knee raised as you pull back in and close. Keep working to center your weight. And in addition to keeping the knee lifted, see if you can avoid any kind of swooping action with the knee. We kind of tend to draw these little smiley face shapes when we're transitioning from extended to attitude. Okay, last 4. You can go ahead and lift the leg if you'd like a little extra challenge. Same thing here though, try to avoid any kind of swooping little waves that you're creating with your knee. It's a direct path. Alright, last one, here we go. And then you can go ahead and just sit back on your heels for a moment to give yourself a break. Alright, come back to seated. Let's check our time quickly. Okay, we're doing good. Let's find this position briefly just to come back to sitting and be able to twist through your spine a little bit. So this is, my feet are about hip width apart or so. You can take them a bit wider if you'd like to. This is just to, familiarize yourself with this pathway that we have here to be able to twist your spine. So just at your own pace, you're going to twist and then chop forward along the same line as one of your legs, like you're trying to extend past it. You can go past your pinky if you're able to access that range. Then come on back, twist through your spine, and then chop forward. Alright, this is not so much an exercise for us, just a little prep. So take your time, go a couple times through, see that you're able to figure out how to travel this little pathway to prep for our next one. And then once you've evened it out on both sides, let's talk about our actual exercise that we're going to do. I'm going to face the diagonal just so you can kind of see what I'm doing here. Same thing that we did last week. We're going to take one leg in, up into kind of your armpit area, same arm as leg. Oh wait, did I do same arm as leg? No, opposite arm, my bad. Opposite arm as leg, holding it. And this is kind of your position number 1, I guess, your starting point. This is A. B is going to be the big twist and extension out of center. So, as we kind of talked about before, this doesn't have to be a full extension of the knee by any means. It can be really small, doesn't matter. The twist is equally important, so we're kind of trying to pull back the string on your bow here to twist through. And this arm just can continue to extend all the way out there. And as you bring it back into center, you can just sweep the back arm. It's just sweeping around back to the start here. Try to avoid, though, any kind of juddering in this knee as you're kind of bringing in. See if you can create a smooth bend to pull it in. Very resisted. and you pull it open, twist through your whole spine, and then slowly bring it in, resisting any kind of jumping or, popping motion. So we'll cycle through a couple of those, just whatever range you are comfortable traveling through today. And then we'll hold on to the last one to see if we can give it a bit of a challenge. So find your start position, sit nice and tall if you're able to. Hold on, bring that knee up into your armpit. And then it really is as if you are trying to use your bow and arrow. So here we go, let's open for 1, 2, take your time to twist, 3, and do turn your head, 4, then slowly pull it back in, sitting nice and tall. And again, keep going. So this is definitely your hamstring, your IT band, kind of getting a bit of an uncomfortable stretch. We're just taking a gentle kind of cycle through it. Keep going. For 2, 3, 4, and then bring it in slowly. 2, 3, 4. Let's do one more slow like that. And then bring it back in. Now this last one, we're going to hold it. So you don't have to go to your max, just somewhere along the way where you think you can sustain the position for a little bit longer, and kind of challenge yourself to be patient through the stretch. So I've got my knees still quite bent here. This is where I'm working today, that's it. And as you hold on to it, maybe you can push a little bit more, push your heel into your hand a little bit more. But just know that you can always come back to your point A if you need to. So you can sit a little bit taller, find that little mini contraction that we've talked about before. And then slowly go ahead and bring it back. Bring it in. Okay, take a second to reset. You can wiggle out your legs. And then we'll find the second side. We'll do the same thing there. Go ahead and find your knee up into your armpit. You can start with 2 legs there. See if you're able to sit nice and tall. We'll explore this guy for 4 counts out and then 4 counts back in. So alright, here we go. Open 1, 2, 3, 4, and then slowly pull it back in. Press it out. Sitting nice and tall, and then pull it back in. Resisting that little kind of jump as you start to bend your knee. Last one here. And then let's go nice and slow. Find a position that you're able to sustain for a little bit longer. It can be halfway, it can be all the way, wherever you are. Sit a little taller, but create a little bubble of air in front of your belly button so that you're not necessarily squeezing your thigh up into your body. You're able to create space and twist through your mid-back. And maybe you're able to press a little bit more your heel into your hand. And keep on breathing. And then go ahead and bring it back in. Take a moment. Shake your legs out after that guy. All right. Let's go to reclining. Let's do a few battements before we finish up today. So let's go all the way down to the floor. Extend legs all the way out. We've done this series before as well. You're just going to do your kicks and catch your leg wherever you're able to, whether that's, right around underneath your glute, on your thigh, calf, foot, wherever you're able to reach is good. You're just going to catch it for a moment to give it an extra little tug before you let it fall down. So do 4 like that. Then on the 5th one, we're going to catch it and hold it wherever it may be. Give it a little bit more of a pull. We'll do a couple of pliés in here, pulling it up into your shoulder or into your armpit. And then if you're comfortable, you can open it to the side at that point as well. So let's extend both legs. Find your reclining position. Core is engaged. even though you've got a bit of space under your low back. And here we go. Kick up 1, drop it. 2, these are quick. 3, 4, and then hold onto it. Hold it. Take your time to find where you're able to hold onto your leg, and then actively stretch that bottom leg as well. So wherever you are, go ahead and bend the knee into your armpit. You can flex your foot, and then as you extend, point your foot. Again, plie, flex, up towards your armpit, and then point. Keep going here, plie, and extend. And one more time. And now your choice, if you'd like to, you can take that leg in one hand and let it drop open to the side without rocking over onto your hip. Try to keep both bum cheeks down on the floor, so you can brace yourself by putting your other arm out to the side. Just let it hang there if you're comfortable, or you can take your elbow to the floor to support your leg. In this position, you can do always a couple of pliés as well. Up to you. Play with what works here. If you want to bend, go ahead and bend. Your choice. A couple more moments down here. And then go ahead and bring your legs back to the start. Second leg, ready? Here we go. Kick up 1 and drop. 2, drop. 3 and 4. Now hold on to the last one here. Hold on to it. Wherever you're able to grab your leg. And then once you've kind of figured out where to hold on to it, take a couple of bends, plie, and then stretch it out. Plie up into your armpit, stretch it out. When you plie, flex the foot. When you stretch, point. One more here. And then if you'd like to, you can go ahead and take the leg into one arm and open to the side. You can put your elbow down on the floor if you'd like to. Opposite arm extends to the side. Make sure that you're not rolling, you're actively trying to resist rolling toward that leg, even though it's heavy. And then go ahead and take some pliés here if you'd like to. Go ahead and bring those legs back together. Bring them up into your chest, both knees in. We'll do a quick little straddle stretch here as well. Yeah, we're okay on time. So bring them both in, turn them out to your butterfly position, and then just let one leg flop open. Flexed or pointed, your choice, what you want to do here. Bring it in and let the other one go. Finish by taking both legs. So they don't have to be fully extended or anything by any means. Just wherever is comfy. Find your position. You can use your arms to help if you want to, but you don't have to be hanging in your joints. You can use your hands to support underneath as well. Whatever kind of works for you. And do a couple of pliés here. Plie in with a point. And then extend all the way out both legs. I'm crashing into the wall on one side here. Plie, extend all the way out. 2 more here, plie, pull it in, and extend. And last one, plie, extend, And then using your inner thighs, squeeze both of those legs up together to the top. Find your little finishing spot. Give your knees a hug. And rest. While you're down there, you can take your whale tail stretch that we've done before, because we haven't really done much glute stretching, but you might need it after those little developpés that we did on the floor, or little attitude transitions. So go ahead and crisscross your legs one over the other and grab onto your ankles or shins, wherever you're able to, and pull them apart away from the center line. Find that little whale tail stretch. And as always, of course, if this one isn't quite working for you, you can do the little number 4 stretch instead to hit a similar area. And then go ahead and flip-flop it around. Second leg crosses over. Find the whale tail for number 4 stretch. If you're doing this guy here, pull them apart from center. Take a couple more moments in whichever variation you're working on. All right, and go ahead and rock yourself back up to sitting. I guess our music decided to quit right on time. 10:42 works for me. And we are basically good to go. You can give your head a little bit of a roll if you need that. Shoulders, hands if your wrists are a little bit, feeling the all fours position that we were working in today. And that's basically it. We're basically done. So thank you guys for joining me.